Hey, hey, Raleigh, GalaxyCon, how we doing? Very awesome, very awesome. Who are my returning champions from previous GalaxyCons? Make some noise. And who's joining us for the first time? Make some noise. And who's here? Make some noise. All right, my friends, as always, thank you. Thank you for allowing us to come back to your community and bring our brand of convention entertainment to you. We will get started in a few minutes with our amazing guests. And the way we're going to do this is I'm going to bring them on out, have a little conversation with them about how they got involved in this amazing series. And then after that, it'll be my pleasure to turn it over to you and your questions. The way this works is that I'll stand over there. I'll hold the microphone at all times and then come on up. And then just remember our 3 little guidelines. 1 is exactly the amount of questions that you get. You're more than welcome to go back to the end of the line if you ask another one, but please don't try to sneak in a multi-part question by adding "and" to it over and over again, because then I'll have to stop being a host and I will have to become a moderator. And I would much rather be your host. 2, feel free to ask a question, but please do not make a request. Please don't ask, oh, can I get a hug? Can I run up and get a quick selfie from my friend? Can you sing, it's like Oklahoma in your character voices? And that's a big one too. Can't accommodate any requests for character voices and things like that. So, and 3, and this is very, very important, I'm only going to take questions that are directed to the entire panel. If you have an individual question about their individual body of work, they'll be downstairs at the table. You're more welcome to ask about it. Trust me, I could talk to Paulson all day about Pinky and the Brain and the Animaniacs, but he is here today with his turtle brothers, and so we want to talk to all of them all at once. It's an amazing opportunity. So y'all cool with that? Okay, now, the questions ought to be limited to Ninja Turtle. Like, you can ask them, like, hey, besides the Ninja Turtles, what's a project you worked on that you really enjoy? That's absolutely fair game. But if you come on up and say, this question is for Rob, this question is for Cam, it's like, I'm going to have to move on to the next person, then double back, and then help you expand it out to include everybody. And that'll chew up some time. So that being said, y'all get ready for this? Y'all get ready for some turtle power? Ready for some pizza? Ready to have a little cowabunga? All right. We will get started as soon as they arrive. Thank you as always, Raleigh. This has been a fantastic weekend, and we're looking forward to an amazing Saturday. Raleigh GalaxyCon 2024. How are you? Are you ready to go back to the sewers of 1986? That is my absolute honor to bring these gentlemen up to the stage. I've had the pleasure of hosting them throughout the years. They're absolutely warm. They're wonderful. They're here to answer your questions. And I'll tell you right now, because they'll say it several times, they love you all. And you're going to find that out. So with that being said, are you ready? Our first guest, he is an actor and director whose credits include, and if I mentioned something you like, make some noise. Akira, Robotech, Metal Gear Solid, Super Crooks, got a couple, the incredibly undervalued Attack of the Killer Tomato. What? I said Super Crooks.
Super Crooks?
Yes, Super Crooks.
Is that a show?
That's a show, yeah.
I was in it?
Yeah, well, it says right here.
Did I get paid for it?
Did you get? I think you got paid for it.
Okay, I love that show.
Okay, you love that show, right? Right. Now get out of here. I have an announcement.
Snake!
You cheeky monkey. And today he joins us to discuss the roles of Rocksteady. And the katana-wielding Leonardo. Please welcome Cam Clark! Hi, Daddy.
Hey, baby boy.
How you doing?
Pretty good. How's the show going for you?
Oh, it's so much more wonderful now.
A lot of people in Lycra. I kind of dig that.
Yeah, it's really nice.
They look really cute in their costume.
Yes. So tight.
So tight.
So tight.
Kind of like you and me.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yes, we are. Sorry. I should probably
I just learned a new slang today. That is so slay.
Oh, really?
Right? It's fire. I mean, no, what is it? Crumbles? What's crumbles? Something crumbles. I don't know. Cookie crumbles. I don't know. Why am I sitting on your lap again?
Because my dreams have come true. All right. We'll do more of this later. All right, our next guest. He is an actor whose roles include Adventures in Odyssey. Yeah, Inspector Gadget. The Tick. And when I say The Tick, he was The Tick. Today, though, he is joining us to discuss the roles of Rat King. Yeah, Usagi Yojimbo. And the nunchuck-wielding Michelangelo. Please welcome Townsend Coleman. And next, he is an actor, broadcaster, educator, attorney, and the former president of the Screen Actors Guild, whose body of work includes The Snorks. Yeah, The Mighty Orbots. Yeah, Pac-Man. And today he joins us to discuss the roles of Bebop and the bow staff busting Donatello. Please welcome Barry Gordon.
Much better entrance this time than last week. That's why he's walking slowly.
He's pretending he's a mighty Orbot.
He's excited. He just met Shatner.
I am the oldest turtle in the room.
Woo! And finally, he is an actor, singer, and director whose immense body of work includes The Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain, Goof Troop, and curiously enough, the 2012 version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But today, he's exclusively discussing the role of the original Psy-slinging Raphael. Please welcome Rob Paulsen.
Wow, thank you all for lowering your standards. This is so fun. By the way, Cam gave me his hotel room key an hour ago and said, use it. And Cam, what happened?
I was waiting for you.
Is that right? Is this your future ex?
Your first future ex-boyfriend.
All right. Well, hey, any port in the storm, Cam. That's what we call it. Okay. Hi. Thanks for having us.
No, thanks for being with us.
Pleasure.
Oh, my goodness, it's been so long. We were just in our we also do the ANIMATE show and various others, and we're going to do ANIMATE again here in about 6 months. Make sure you check that on out and sat with these wonderful boys. So yeah, I know. Yeah, full house, right?
No, what the hell's wrong with you people?
What are you people doing
This is
here?
so nice of you. Wow.
Brendan Ruth is in the other room.
Oh, well, it's since it's a wonderful story, real quick, and I love hearing you guys recount it. For them, I'd love to hear the origin stories, how you fell into these roles.
Go ahead, Crammy. You start.
Well, let me see.
Or Tiny.
So, yeah, you mean Ninja Turtle?
Yes.
Roles? Yeah. So Robbie and I were working on a show called Fraggle Rock.
Yeah.
And Robbie was Boober.
I was Boober, and you were.
And I was Gobo.
Yeah.
We used to go exploring in outer space with my uncle, Traveling Matt.
Yeah, and I was also.
Oh,
a
is that
talking
what
heap
they
of
call it
trash.
these days?
I was exploring, yes.
I was also a talking heap of trash. called
You were Marjorie the Trash
the
Heap.
Trash heap. So I was a trash heap in drag, which. by
You
the
are
way,
now
is
in the
not an easy
presence
trick
of
to
the
pull off.
almighty Trash Heap.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, so we were working on Fraggle Rock, and the voice director for our show is a guy named Stu. And Stu came into one of our recording sessions one morning, and he said, "You guys aren't going to believe what I'm casting and directing next." And he pulls out of his briefcase a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle comic book. Well, I'd never heard of the show before, and I looked at it, and I said, "Wait, that's going to be a cartoon?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, good luck with that."
Yeah.
But he brought us in to audition for it. We all four of us auditioned for all four turtles. And when we got to the first recording session, they knew that Robbie was going to be Raphael. They knew that Barry was going to be Donatello, but they had not yet. Oh, Cammy, I'm so sorry. they
So
it's okay. It's okay. You still have a chance.
No, please come back.
You
Please
still
come
have
back.
a chance one day.
Can I tell them about the coin toss?
Okay.
So they don't know which of us is going to be which.
Michelangelo or Leonardo.
Now, a little bit of backstory. Townie and I met as game show contestants on Super Password.
How about that?
In February, actually, of 1985.
Ooh, wow.
Now, I
And
I
guess
didn't know
what?
this.
You guys
guess
weren't
how-
even born yet.
Guess how good we did.
Well, I won $200 in a bedspread.
I won $100 in a year's supply of pantyhose. So, and I don't wear them anymore, right, ladies?
Right.
So anyway,
Well, you went through them in about 4 months. I think.
runs, yeah, right. Well,
Well,
over
it
my
comes
head.
in
went-
handy when you're robbing a 7-Eleven at midnight.
Yes. So they say we're going to toss a coin. I know a lot of you heard this tale, but it's always new to me when you get a certain age. And so they literally went like this, and boom. Okay, Cam, you're Leonardo, and what's your name? Tony, you're Mikey. And I'm like, wait, I want to be Michelangelo. No, you're Leo. But we'll change at halftime. Okay, well,
So we were
switch
going
back.
to do one recording and then take a break and then come back for a second take, and they were going to switch us. Well, so I did Michelangelo the first pass through, and after the break, they just never told us to switch. And I actually asked Stu, I said, well, so do you want us to switch me and Cam for the second pass? And he said, no, just leave it the way it is. We'll worry about that later.
Whoa.
And I'm thinking, worry about it later. I mean, okay, great.
No, it was like totally. It didn't matter. Didn't matter. You do this one, he'll do that. What's his name called?
Yeah.
Anyway, and 40 years on,
Okay.
I've been jealous of him getting to do Michelangelo for 40 years.
Okay, so 40 years, right? We've been doing cons now for 10 years. You've been telling this story. I haven't done this yet, but I think they deserve it. I want to hear one line from Townie as Leonardo and one line from Cam as Michelangelo.
Good, Barry. Good call.
Oh, I'm sorry, Barry. I told the audience no line readings.
Yeah.
but you guys can do it.
All right, so here's my Leonardo.
We got to think. Here, say we got to think of something fast.
Okay.
No, I'll do it first.
Okay.
Ready?
Uh-huh.
1, 2, 3. We got to think of something fast. That's kind of spooky.
Boy, that
good.
sounds a lot like
pretty
Camp
good,
Clark.
Okay,
We've
now
got
do your
to think of
interpretation.
something fast.
Okay.
Come on, guys.
Right.
We got to think of something
Yeah.
fast.
Fast.
That's pretty good, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Okay, Mikey.
What am I going to say?
Yeah.
I wish I could be Leonardo because he's like the leader and stuff. He's so slay. Cowabunga, right?
That's totally bodacious, dude.
It's we don't see bodacious anymore.
Yeah, you do.
Crumbles.
You do. Well, I always will.
You always will.
No, dude,
You are. You are.
This is great.
I think they got it right.
Yeah. This all begs the question: how does your dad make a living?
Like take your kid to work day.
Your
You take your kid to work. Oh my God, yeah,
So how did you get the? Well, you knew from Fraggle Rock, right?
yeah. Mine
And
is the
Cam
same as
just
Tommy.
auditioned for it, or you
Ditto.
just like your agent called and that was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing with me.
Yeah.
Agent called and he said, I want you to read for something called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I said, what are you smoking? Because I'd
Yeah.
like some of that. Because I had never heard of it before, ever. And so when he said that, bizarre. But then I saw like they show you a little storyboard. They show you the characters. And as you said, we read for all 4. So I saw lines from all 4. And I thought, ooh, kind of fun characters,
Yeah.
really enjoyable. And who knows? But no.
This is
No, I don't think any of us imagined this.
never. It's impossible, you guys. All of us have been impossibly fortunate to work on several things that we're all very proud of. And the fact, just getting a job in LA, that's the hard part. Once you get to work, it's just a blast, especially working with world-class talent and nice people. And then you find out through these events how deeply these characters connect with people. And we hear the most profoundly personal stories about, I dealt with depression, but the turtles, or, my mother had ovarian cancer, but man, she used to love watching The Tick. And I mean, it's so outrageously rewarding. And none of us, even though we're relatively articulate, but that's a point at which we're unable to express how much we appreciate everything you guys have done for us. All of it.
And Rob had to put a gun to my head to start.
Check
doing
this
this
out.
show.
Cam didn't believe that anybody'd be interested in meeting the turtles.
Yeah, I thought we were 5 minutes ago. And he goes, no, Cam, I've been doing some of these. I don't know how long you'd been doing them already. I'm going, no, I'll be embarrassed because it'll be like crickets. So make cricket noises. And then he got the 4 of us together, and like a bunch of old Shriners, we picked up where we left off.
I was
With the
retired. They got me out of the retirement home, which, I get to come out every so often. And
by the way,
but it's great fun. It really is.
Speaking of which, of our dear Donnie, oh, hi, Patty. You used to be here too. Nice to see you.
No. They're here to see you. I'm
I'm
the fuzzy dice that hangs from the rear view.
As you may, because we're all having such a good time, but as Patty was very kind to enumerate Barry's many accomplishments, remember, he really is the smart turtle. He's a lawyer. He passed the California bar. Now, for me, a California bar is Cheers, but for him, it's a big deal. It's a very difficult thing to do for a new attorney. And he taught for years at LA City College, and
Cal State LA, but who's
Cal
counting?
State LA? Who cares? And he was the president of the Screen Actors Guild for 7 years.
Okay,
And he was a child star.
Yeah.
I got to add something to his law study.
Oh, this is great. Yes.
We record as an ensemble, which sadly for younger generations, that rarely happens. And we have the blessing of spending years together like an old radio show. You've heard of radio, right? Okay. Anyway, he decides he's going to do the law school thing. He comes, here's his script on the podium. He has a stack of law books. And he's got his yellow marker, and he's going through, Then he gets up and says his line, never misses a thing.
Never. And he got
I
his
have
law degree.
I have a coloring book on my lap, and I'm like, Cam, it's your line.
Yeah. Yeah.
I missed every cue if I brought in my watercolor book.
Which is why we used to call him Cammy, the narcoleptic actor.
That's right.
And Rob composed a terrific little jingle
Well,
for him.
as we all grew up in the 60s and 70s, that is the 1960s and 70s, just a lot of really cool episodic television had killer theme songs, and they all influenced me, and they one day sort of all congealed. That's a little disgusting.
But his idea, wait.
Hang on.
You got the idea because when I didn't, when I'm coloring or whatever, and they go, Cam, it's you, stop.
Oh, yes.
I would go,
yeah. And he also would take naps during the sessions, right?
oh yeah.
I'd fall asleep like right on the floor. So we came up with Cammy, the narcoleptic actor, falls asleep whenever he blows it. Cammy, the narcoleptic actor, has to get some sleep, and he knows it.
Badoo-yop.
Yeah. Cammy, the narcoleptic actor, once you meet him, you will agree. He's hip, he's cool, he looks great by your pool, got that King family pedigree. Everybody falls in love with Double C. Cam Clark. Woo!
Wednesdays at 7:30.
Cam's
on
back.
ABC.
Cam's back, and Townie's got him on Thursdays on NBC.
Yeah. That kind of reminds me too. One other thing I think is a lingering legacy about Ninja Turtles is that amazing theme song. Boy, that guy who wrote that, he was talented. Whatever happened to him?
Oh yeah, he got into the
that.
producing business.
Yeah, he did.
Tell everybody who wrote that song.
Okay.
Do you know who we're talking about?
Yes, right. Who said that?
Yes.
Come up here. You got some candy.
Yep.
If you don't know what Chuck Lorre is, do you like 2.5 Men?
He created that.
She created that.
Big Bang
Do you like
Theory?
Big Bang Theory?
2.5
Big
Men.
Bang
He
Theory.
created that.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, not only did Chuck Lorre write that, but he also sang on it.
Sang it, yeah.
So all the little Ninja Turtle voices that you hear when Michelangelo party,
Yeah.
that kind of,
Give
it's
me
all
a
Chuck Lorre doing
Yeah,
that.
that's not us.
Yeah. How about that?
Oh, pretty stuff.
Now he has that much money, a couple of $zillion on the front seat of the Rolls. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, gentlemen, before I jump on in there, again, as always, I just want to thank you. Thank you about myself and this audience. I thank you for your professionalism, for your talents, and the performances you brought to these roles
Thank
and
you,
all
buddy.
the others. You have all had an immense body of work that has brought so many wonderful memories, so many smiles, and been so many bright lights in so many people's childhoods and some people's adulthoods. So thank you.
Well, dude,
Well, thank
all we
you.
can say is you gotta swing by the old Turtle there and have
Yeah.
some pizza with us. All right, it's down in the sewer, and I got it fresh, hot anchovy and hot fudge.
Yeah.
For
It's
you.
so slay.
That's right.
And it's not Crumbles.
Yeah.
Or is
Right.
Crumbles good?
And
Crumbles
bring your own booze.
Crumbles is good.
Okay, Crumbles is
Right.
good. It's solely Crumbles. All right.
No Crumbles is good. Wait,
no.
what? Ask Josh. Do you have him on a panel coming up?
I can only think of this one.
Okay, well, I'll ask him.
All right, I will ask. All right, we'll do that way too.
You,
All right.
you folks are so patient going, Jesus Christ, we're talking about pizza with crumbles on it. And I'm standing in this stupid line. I just want to ask a question about a turtle.
Well, oddly enough, our first question involves pizza. Okay.
How about that? Yay.
Hey, what's your name?
I'm Laura.
Hi.
Hi. So just thank you for being a massive part of my childhood
Thank
and my
you.
kids too. My question is, what is your perfect pizza?
My first, we'll go, okay. Honestly, I really, in real life, I love extra sauce and not anchovy, artichokes. I think Canadian bacon and mushrooms and green peppers. But in Turtle Land, hot fudge, marshmallow, tuna fish, and Doritos with a side of Cheese Whiz. Cheese it.
Yeah. So my favorite pizza's like an everything. You know, yeah. I mean, I like pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, olives, green peppers, garlic,
Like pepperoni and
the
sausage.
the whole shot. No anchovies. Yeah, actually, I wasn't sure what my favorite pizza was, and then a fan came up to us at a con, and they had a pizza box for each of us, and inside there was a little Post-it, and the Post-it had a pizza that our character had mentioned on the show as being one we liked. And I think mine was, if I remember correctly, it was peanut butter and avocado and jalapenos. I think I actually want to try that, but I haven't done it yet.
With a side of Gaviscon. Yeah.
Well, in real life, I can pretty much take anything except pineapple. Yeah. Pineapple. I'm sorry, but pineapple.
I'm with
just
you.
does
I don't do
belong on
Walking
a
out.
pizza. Yeah.
Who likes Hawaiian pizza out
No,
there?
no.
That's
So,
why
Mike-
you're the leader.
But Mikey, his dude. There's only one kind of pizza, and that's anchovy and hot fudge. Now I'll tell you, we did a con down in Pensacola. They had a pizza party for us in this great little pizza shop that was completely decorated like TMNT.
It was like a mom and pop shop.
Yeah, and we walk in, and on the counter there's a sign that says tonight's special, the Michelangelo pie, marshmallow and pepperoni. And I'm thinking, oh, they got on board with this. This is great. Well, I didn't realize that they were actually making those, and people were actually ordering them and saying that it was a great combination of stuff. So yeah, I didn't try it, but it sounded good.
Yeah, it's amazing.
There were people eating it. Yeah.
I'm pretty boring. It's like pepperoni or margarita.
Yeah. Isn't that your new
hold on.
stage name, Cam?
What?
Your new stage name is Pepperoni Margarita, isn't that right?
That's my drag name.
Drag name. Okay.
Okay, real
Right?
quick, what's yours?
I'm really boring. It's pepperoni and mushroom.
Atta girl.
Yeah, girl. Okay, all right. So it's one for you, and how many kids you got?
Thank you
three.
very
All right,
much.
all right. And one for each of the kids. All right. They get the green ones.
Thank you.
All right. All right. Hey,
Hi.
what's your name?
My name's Sean.
Hi.
What is your opinion on the Last Ronin comics?
Oh man. Bad ass. It is so good. Aren't they like doing a movie or something as well? I don't know. You guys know better than I, but no, it's such a good thing. And this, we all know this, but you guys are such a great representation of the fandom of this particular franchise. This franchise this year is 40 years old. It shows zero.
We started
signs.
when we were 4 years
Yeah.
old.
It shows zero signs of slowing down. And the truth is, anywhere we go, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, the UK, Australia, it doesn't matter. This franchise has done so much to make so many people happy. And it's getting big. Seth Rogen's making another movie, more video. It's remarkable. So with respect to the Last Ronin, I love it. I don't know if the other guys have read it, but it's pretty good. And everybody how do you like it?
I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Before it came out, I was pretty curious to see. I'd heard about it and who the Last Ronin was. And somebody came up to me when it was revealed that it was Michelangelo. And I'm like, what? That's crazy. What a weird, sort of strange, surreal world we're in where all of a sudden it's not us turtles anymore, but they've transformed and that Mikey's somehow still going. It was.
Yep, Mikey's still
I didn't like it.
going.
Yeah, very good.
Mikey,
I didn't like it. They-
Mikey.
Womp, womp, womp. Thank you, buddy.
They killed me off. Why would I like it?
Hi.
Hey, what's your name?
It's Chris, and I was also born in February of '85. Sounds
Oh.
like we had our origins around the same time.
Woohoo.
So did you see me and Cam on Super Password?
Yeah, were you watching
Yeah,
Super
in the-
Password?
Yeah, in the
No,
nursery when you were born.
I don't know anything. No. So my question is, Michelangelo turning human for a little while was a great lesson for me as a kid about being comfortable in your own skin. I was wondering what life lessons you guys might have taken from the show.
What a great question.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch all that. So
About
I don't have my hearing aids in
What,
today. So.
what life lessons have you taken from the show?
What?
Life lessons.
Because
Life
Mikey
lessons.
became
Oh
a
my
human
gosh.
in an
Well, I'll tell you honestly.
All of you, what lessons you took?
Okay, so honestly, when we were doing the show, of course, it was, at least for me, and I think probably all of it was just another job when we were first starting to do it. And you got to remember, this is long before the internet. So we really didn't have any idea. All we knew was that it was popular because we were getting picked up again. But it wasn't until we started doing these cons and meeting you guys and hearing your stories and stuff that I realized, oh my goodness, this thing has really had an impact on your lives in so many different amazing ways. And the incredible stories that I've heard over the years from you guys has really shown me what Michelangelo in particular has meant to you, and the other characters have meant to you as well. So for me, what I learned was that Michelangelo's humor and his sort of lightness and his kid-like quality is what kind of kept him sane and laughing and being able to sort of move through difficult situations. And indeed, that's the story I've heard from so many of you guys, that you were going through perhaps a difficult time. Your parents were splitting up, or you were being bullied at school. But Mikey taught you that it was okay to laugh, and it was okay to look past those things and be bigger than those situations. And so that has really stuck with me a lot.
Turtles taught me humility. When we first hit it big, it's never been a secret that I'm gay, and I would get young kids from all over the country who would, write me on the fan page, asking me questions. They're scared to death, scared of their parents, blah, blah, blah. Of course, I don't know them, so I can't, really counsel them. But I loved the fact that it was like, if a gay guy playing Leonardo can be a hero, maybe I'm not so bad either.
Yeah.
And, so we're talking decades ago, right? And so when I say humility, I mean the power, which doesn't give us, and I can speak for these guys, doesn't make us ego crazy, not egomaniacs. It humbles us.
Yeah.
And to have kids reach out like that, I went, oh, that's the only reason I really need to be doing this. And it still gets us choked up.
Isn't it?
To this
It does.
day.
And
you
we
guys.
always tell people, firstly, we love you so much, Cam, and your courage. But we all say to people, dude, we don't draw them and we don't write them. It takes a lot of people to make the turtle machine run, but we're the point people, and we have the privilege of hearing these things.
Yeah.
And especially as you get a little older and you start going, well, I'm closer to the end than the beginning. What a way to go out.
Yeah. And
Are
I
you
guess for
kidding
me, it was a little different because I'm an only child.
Yeah.
And yeah, well, so I
Not the
didn't,
only child.
no brothers, no sisters. And when we started to do Turtles and, reading the scripts, it's all about brotherhood. It's all about family. And I think that's what makes it so strong. And so working with these guys, it was like having at that time 3 brothers and Renee and his sister and, buddies like James Avery and Pat Fraley. I mean, it was just an incredible family experience that came back to me because of all of you. Because when Rob contacted us and started to talk about doing Comic-Cons together, all four of us. You know, I hadn't seen these guys for like 25 years. And so to do that was wonderful. And we just instantly reconnected.
Right.
It was like we were back in the studio. We just instantly felt that. And now you should see the texts going back.
Yeah.
I mean, I have 3 brothers and a sister now that I never had, you know, before, or only temporarily had when we were doing Turtles. Yeah. And now it's back, and I have to thank all of you for it. So the life lesson is just family and brotherhood and caring about people.
Bro, thank you so much for that
Thanks,
wonderful
buddy.
question. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. You're Raphael.
Yes, he is. As a matter of fact, we're just about at time, so I'll tell you what. You got the last question? You know what it is? Oh, no, did you know what it is? Yes? Okay, tell you what. We'll take you up on stage and we'll ask it in person. Is that cool? All right, come on, come on.
Wow. Thanks, buddy. Hi. Hey, dude. It is dude, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, everybody, this is Gunner.
My name is Gunner.
Hey, Gunner. So, Gunner, what would you like to ask?
You're very handsome, and people need to see you.
So he was showing off his gear and everything else. So, all right. So, Gunner, what do you want to ask the Ninja Turtles?
What is their favorite episodes of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Good question. Good question. Great question. Cool. All right, boys.
Well, that's
young man.
a
I'll take it back.
Raphael question for Raphael.
Firstly, well, clearly you have excellent taste in turtles. My favorite episode is there's one when it's called Raphael Meets Match, where he meets Mona Lisa. I think was she a lizard or something? What's that? A salamander. Now that's my stage name, Salamander. And it was made. I got to have a chick, so that was cool. In that case, life didn't really imitate art. So, and it was played by our dear friend Pat Music, who is the mother of Mae Whitman, who plays April in the 2012 Ninja Turtles. And of course, you've seen Mae Whitman in Hope Floats and Scott Pilgrim and Parenthood. She's a brilliant actress, and we all knew her mother before Mae was even around. So that's my favorite one. Anybody else?
Well, actually, when I think of all close to 200 episodes that we did, it's always those first 5 episodes, our pilot, that come to my mind as being my favorites, because that's when we really first bonded together and really got a sense of what the show was about and what our characters were about. And so those first 5 episodes, that was the pilot for Ninja Turtles, probably ones that I keep gravitating toward.
Robbie taught me a secret.
What's that, sir?
All of us have done tons of shows, and to be quite intimate and honest with the 4,000 of us, I don't know a lot of the stuff I've done, right? And I get these smart questions, and Rob says, just say to them, what was your favorite episode?
Yeah.
And they go, I go, that's mine too.
You're so smart.
So we're at our Q&A last time, and I felt so bad for that guy.
Yeah.
We tell this, you guys all roar about this little joke. A guy in line comes up and he says, I want to know what your favorite episode is. And I said, what was yours? The crowd roars. He must have come in late or something. And he's like, what did I do wrong? I just want to know what your favorite episode is.
He now hates Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
The fact is, Cam has never seen a single episode of ours, sir.
That's right.
Liar. Maybe. No. You don't know. Shut up. You're not Slay.
Just like brothers.
You're so not Slay.
You're not the boss of me, dude.
Yeah.
I was going to say the verse 5 also. Although some people have walked up and talked to me about the Dark Turtle episode. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I want to go back and see that.
Right.
And then someone was talking to me today about an episode, and I have no idea what it was, but I have to go see it, and it might become my favorite, which I guess is called Alien Pizza.
I don't know.
Or the
I
pizza.
love that episode. That's mine too.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
So that's probably my new favorite. I haven't seen it yet, but that's it.
Oh, gentlemen, what's on everybody's horizons? Any projects or anything in the works you're allowed to share with us?
Oh man.
I just had my teeth bleached. Do they look
Nice.
Look
Yeah, they look good.
better? That was my latest project.
Okay, good. All right, good.
Back to the retirement home.
That's right.
No, actually, but I am retired. But so I'm not doing this anymore unless they pull me back in. And they did.
They
They
did.
pulled all 4 of us back in on occasion. They pulled us back for a wonderful Honda commercial that
Yeah.
we did as the original Turtles. They pulled us back for Shredder's Revenge. And we've done 2 other games since then. And of course, Rob and company pulled us back for Transdimensional Turtles for the 2012
Thank you.
crossover. But other than that, I'm really enjoying retirement. I started when I was 4, and I felt at 62 that I kind of earned it. So,
You guys ever hear the song "Ain't Getting Nothing for Christmas"? Well, that was
That's
Barry
Barry.
Gordon.
5 years old. Yeah.
So yeah, it just means I'm going a long time. But these guys, what's going on?
Now that I've fulfilled my parole obligations, I've been so fortunate to myself and my partner Randy Rogel, who wrote most of the songs that you guys know from Animaniacs, and my friend the Brain, Maurice LaMarche. We do Animaniacs in concert around the country, and we've been having a blast doing that. But you know what? Honestly, I love these. All of us started doing live performance. All of us. And there is nothing like being in front of an audience, especially if you know you got them when they walk in the door.
Amen.
And honestly, like I was saying, and I've been saying it to a lot of folks, obviously, turtles get a little older, and as much as we would like it to, we won't last forever, but turtles will. And as long as we can all do this, it is, I can't get enough of these. Who has a job where you get to work with some of your favorite humans on the planet, people you would choose to be your friends, and you go to these events and we have the best time, and then we go home exhausted from saying thank you? Are you kidding me? So that's what we love. Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent.
Now, but you have an amazing podcast. You have an amazing podcast that you did for quite some time.
Thank you. I
and
did a podcast.
that
Yeah.
might.
Well, actually, that's true. These guys have all been on more than once on my podcast called Talkin' Tunes. And thank you very much. As a result of your kindness, I've got a couple of people who have been talking to me about putting it together. So we are looking at that, and I'm kind of excited about the fact that anybody cares. It's pretty neat. So thank you for asking. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
and for me, it's this. Yeah, just getting to do this. Robbie was saying, who has a job like this? So my job is JOB. I just take the B and I change it to a Y.
Yeah.
And it is my joy to do this. So, yeah.
And go see Animaniacs in concert. It is incredible. All of us went. The 3 of us went to see Rob and Maurice LaMarche. And in fact, on that day, Nancy Cartwright had joined
was with
you.
us. We did it at Pepperdine
It's amazing.
University in Malibu. And what was so cool is the Turtles were there, and Renee.
Nancy Cartwright was on
Nancy-
stage
right.
with you as part of
And
it.
it was so cool because you know, you guys were there. We have a bunch of, it was great.
And Renee.
And Renee. So when we were up there talking about how much we enjoyed being here, I said, by the way, who's here? Oh, that's right. Michelangelo, Leonardo, Donatello, and April. And the audience lost their minds. They brought the lights up, and we had our agents there, and people were talking, saying, oh my God. People were like going, oh my God, that's Rafa, that's Donatello. Freaking out. It was just the most precious thing you could see in the world. It was great. I love my brothers.
And we love you. We love all of you. Raleigh GalaxyCon 2024. We are just about out of time, but before we go, and don't forget, they'll be back down at their tables in just a little bit. They got a lot of neat stuff down there, and they're with us all the rest of the weekend. We are going to take our GalaxyCon stage selfie with them and all of you, and it will be available for purchase just outside.
And
So-
before we go, we got one last thing for everybody. On 3, Eternal Power. 1, 2, 3. Eternal Power!
Look at you guys. That's great. No kidding.
Okay, everybody, on the count of 3, here we say GalaxyCon. 1, 2, 3. All right, do one more, but that we got you squeeze on in. All right, now we got that. And everybody say Cowabunga on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, Cowabunga! Thank you all. Like I said, they'll be back at their tables and a little bit downstairs. Stop on by. Coming up next, Linda Hamilton will be up on the stage for her Q&A.